be easy.
Okay.
What's your name?
Heather.
Honey, could you speak in complete sentences? It'll help us put the feature together. Who knows? You might even see yourself on YouTube if you play your cards right. This could get a lot of traction. State your name one more time, hon, just to get the hang of it. What is your name?
My name is Heather.
Heather, where did you get this wonder?
I bought it from a Chinese flower shop when I was walking home. There was a total eclipse of the sun, and everything went super dark. There was this humming, and I had never seen one before. I'd always wanted to, but whenever I had an opportunity, it was always too cloudy or too late, and I stopped to take everything in. And when the sun came back out, the light came back out, I saw it.
Like destiny.
I suppose.
How much did you pay for it?
I paid $1.95 for it. It was about that big when I purchased it, but I thought it looked exotic.
And how did you get it so big?
I fed it.
Do you feed it anything special?
Yes. But it's a secret formula.
Well, can you tell us anything about it?
I gave it sunlight, I gave it dirt, I gave it plant food and water to sip, but it wasn't until I figured out what it wanted that it really started growing.
How about some of the ingredients?
Diligence and sacrifice. You definitely invest a piece of yourself in its care. You can't just snap your fingers and do a step and expect results like this.
Heather, could you give us a demonstration?
I can show you some basic methods I use in caring for the plants here. First, I check the plant for any damage, be it from pests or disease. So you just want to carefully inspect the leaves by looking at both sides of the leaves. It's a little tedious, but it is necessary. Just checking the foliage. Making sure there's no spots. Holes. It's an important step, but I will say that I have never seen any damage on this plant. It's almost impervious to anything that endangers it. Just keep checking. Try to be as thorough as possible. Like that. And as you can see, it's very healthy. Next, I prune the plant. So let me get my shears. So you could use standard garden shears. I've had these for a while. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. It has a safety latch. Easy enough, right? And you're going to use these to remove any dead wood, dead leaves, dead branches, broken stems, dead buds, so that it will flower again. So I'll show you. I know it looks like I'm doing damage to the plant, but I'm not. You want to make the cuts as close to the stems as possible, about 1/4 of an inch, so that there's no room for rot or disease. Make the cuts at a steep angle so that water will run off of the plant and there will be less chance for rot. Just come around the back. You want to be as thorough as possible. Looking for dead wood. Dead leaves. Dead branches. Dead buds. Making cuts as close to the stems as possible. Steep angle cuts so that the water can freely run off the plant. And there's less opportunity for rot. Alright, I think that's it for this demonstration, at least. Make sure you use the safety latch on the clippers. You don't want anyone to get hurt. So the next step would be aeration of the soil. So I'm going to basically just poke holes in the soil. Aeration involves perforating the soil with small holes to allow air, water, and nutrients to penetrate the roots this helps the roots grow harder, better, faster, and stronger. And the main reason for aerating is to alleviate soil compaction. Compacted soil can have too many solid particles, which prevents proper circulation within the soil. Compacted soil can starve the roots from essential elements, and as you can see, due to the incredible growth of this plant, this soil needs to be aerated regularly. Then I feed it these by sprinkling them in the soil and then watering them in.
What are those?
It's custom made plant food. I can't reveal the ingredients.
Why do you have so many band-aids on your fingers?
I do a lot of the flower arrangements, and the thorns nick my fingers. So let's feed it. You can be liberal with it. It feels like it never has enough food. And then you water them into the soil. So I just use this standard watering can to water well around the base. I use lukewarm or warm water because cold water can tend to shock the roots. So you just go all around the base. All about the base. Water it well, but don't saturate it too much. Alright, that should do it. And then to give the plant a boost of humidity, I spritz it all over with this. It's just a standard mister. Put one finger through here, use your thumb, and press down here, and the mist comes out. You just want to spray all over. It's not very exciting, I know. It needs to be done. Try to get everywhere. Eventually I'm going to need a step stool for this. Okay. And there you have it.
Thank you, Heather. Have you decided on a name for your miraculous plant yet? As far as we know, you're the only person in the world who has one.
I call it Audrey 2, or Tui for short.
And what does the future hold for the Audrey 2?
I imagine that if this one grows more buds, that we might see them in every household. Thousands of them.
Then you're going to have to market that secret plant formula.
Yes. I imagine there will be no secrets at that point. Turn them into 8 balls. And after the promotion was over, Bookman decided to keep them as 8 balls. It was still marketed as a paperweight until Bookman noticed that it was very popular with children. And then he had his aha moment and he marketed it as a children's toy called the Magic 8 Ball. So that's what we're going to use now to divine some answers for you. So what I want you to do is think of a question, any question, and the Magic 8 Ball is going to give you an answer.